Hello guys, welcome to the last topic or the last chapter of our topic, that is further logarithm. Remember, I'm just giving you a summary. I'm not reteaching what the teacher has taught. I'm just giving you a summary of what is being said in the topic. And now we've come to the end of it, which we want to end it by this lesson. So, welcome. Now, I want you to know one thing. Log answers cannot be confirmed using a calculator. I understand a calculator will give you the answer in some questions. Like for example, those question of base 10, log base 10. Remember, a calculator is designed in a way that it can only read something like this: log of whatever, but of base 10. Base 3, impossible. Base 4, impossible. Any base other than 10 is impossible for log, for a calculator, for calculator. But with some question, you can press them in calculator and get the answer. But I want to promise you, the answer you'll get in a calculator is different from what a good student of mathematics will do and get the answer without using the calculator. So I want to warn you in advance that avoid using calculator when it comes to log, that you want to confirm if that is the answer. Okay, you can use log in other part, maybe when in addition, subtraction, some part, but not multiplication and not confirmation of the answer. Okay, so let's continue. I want us to discuss some things like I want us to do some example. I will do one more video of further example before I move on to the next topic. So let this be my second last video, then I'll do the very last video under the topic further logarithm, and it will be just a revision of various questions, and in the process we shall also get extra knowledge there. But you as yourself, you can add more concept and be familiar with the topic very much well. So let me give you this. When you see such logs starting like this or beginning in this format, this is a bracket and log of base 3 x, and it has been raised outside. Know very well, they will at last lead you to quadratic. When you see this type of log or this format, maybe it could be of base 3, base what, base whatever, but if you see it in this format, then there's a power form here. Something has been powered there. I want to tell you, I want to assure you, I want to confirm it to you that at last that question must lead you to a quadratic expression. There is no way you can solve a log squared under bracket like that. I repeat, there is no way you can solve a log squared under a bracket like this example I've given out. You must substitute it with something, okay? So let me give you an example. Solve for x, an example of such type of question, the way they may appear. Solve for x. And what is the question? Log 3x squared is equal to, this is a minus a half log 3x, a half log 3x is equal to 3 all over 2. You come across this type of question, and then you realize that this part here, this log, then the log is in bracket, then it has been squared. It has been squared. How do we solve such question? Get me clearly, and don't do this mistake. Get me clearly and don't do this mistake. By just observing at the question and you realize you have something like this, don't simplify anything. Don't simplify anything in this other part. That now you want to have something like this. Log of base 3x, then it has been squared, minus log 3x, then you pour it a half, is equal to 3 all over 2. You are messing. You are messing. As a teacher, by just seeing this has been raised, then that student is going nowhere. You won't get an answer no matter how hard you try. You will not. You won't. You won't succeed in getting the correct answer. I want to promise you that. Now, by just seeing this, by just looking at the question and you notice there's something like this, don't waste time. Don't waste time. What is in the bracket? Substitute it with any letter. And how will you do that? Let's take out the solution. So, you see, what is in our bracket is log base 3x. So, you will substitute it with any letter of your choice by saying let log of base 3x be equal to any letter of your choice. For me, in this case, I'll use m. I'll use m. So, that means where there is log of base 3x, I'll write what? M. I'll substitute it with m. So, I shall have m squared minus a half. Remember, log 3x, we already said it must be substituted with m. So, I shall have m is equal to 3 all over 2. Remember, this type of questions, they are quadratic. When you just see this, no examiner is testing you, is testing your ability on quadratic. Okay? So it is a log combined in quadratic. Now, we have m squared minus a half m is equal to 3 all over 2. So, let me get my calculator. How can we remove the denominator in this part? Remember, this m squared can also be expressed as all over 1. So what's the LCM between 1 and 2? 1, 2, 2, 2. That is 2. So multiply everything by 2. Multiply everything by 2. So by multiplying everything by 2, we shall have 2m squared minus what here? Minus m is equal to 3. So arrange it in a quadratic form. And what is the quadratic form? Ax squared plus bx plus c. This is the quadratic format. So I'll arrange it that way. So we have the power side, which is 2m squared minus, this can also be read as 1m, but it doesn't make sense. 1m, just m alone is enough. Then 3 crosses the equal sign, which will be minus 3. We have 0. So you can use quadratic formula to solve it direct, or maybe you use the other method, factorization, and the other method, which is completing square method. They are all allowed, but because you're in exam room, perhaps I'd better advise to go direct and use quadratic formula. And what does quadratic formula say? X is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over what, guys? All over 2a. There's a song for this in YouTube. You can check it out. Maybe you'll search later, but when you search, just maybe search song for a quadratic formula. You'll have it. There's a man singing it very nicely to a way you will be easy to recall it very fast. You don't know how to sing, but that is it. So having this, let us, so remember this is A, the whole of this is A, the whole of this is B, and the whole of this is C. So in this case, our unknown is not X, rather it is M. So we have M equal to negative, negative, that is a positive. Negative, negative, that is a positive. So we have 1. Remember, this is just a letter. Beside it, kando yake kuna 1 hapo. So we have plus or minus the square root of b squared. Where is b squared? Kando yake. It is a bracket, then negative 1. Remember, b is m. And what does m? M is negative 1. So negative 1 squared minus, then we have bracket 4 times a. What is our a? Our a is 2. And what is our c? Our c is a negative. That is negative 3. And everything is all over 2a. 2 times a. And what was our a? A was 2. So 2 times 2, that is giving us 4. So m under the numerator, plus or minus 1 squared is 1, 4 by 2 is 8. 8 by negative 3 is negative 24. So negative 24. Negative 24. So we have 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus minus, that is plus. So 1 plus 24, that is 25. So we have 1 plus or minus root of 25 is 5. All over denominator, which is 4. So what will be our m? M is 1 plus 5, which is what? 6. 6 divided by 4. Or m is 1 minus 5, which is what, guys? Negative 4 divided by 4. So what will be our m in this case? So m is 6 divided by 4, which is 1.5. Or m is negative 4 divided by 4. And what do we get in the process? We have negative 1. Remember, those are not the answer. 1.5 and -1, they are not the answer. Remember back initially we had what we had substituted log of base 3x with something m, and that was m. So where there's m, we shall have 1.5 and -1, guys. Now log 3x is equal to 1.5, or remember we have 2m, log 3x is equal to -1. Remember in the first lesson, the very first video we had done, I told you how we can analyze, how we can read logs, isn't it? So if that's so, then solving this answer or this question, or not answer but question, solving this question is not a big deal. So how can we read this in simple terms? Back there, if you can't recall, go back and check the first video. So this is 3, then power, then 1.5 is equal to x. So our first x will be 3 power 1.5, or 3 power -1 is equal to x. So that means we shall have two answers. So the first x will be 3 power 1.5. 3 power 1.5. So the first value or the first answer is 5.196 152 423 423, or 3 power -1, guys. What is 3 power -1? What is 3 power -1? 3. So that one is giving us a third. So you'd rather, by the way, if the value of x can be written in fraction form, then you'd rather leave your answer in fraction rather than decimal. So let me check out if 1.5, 3 power 1.5 can be written in a fraction. It's impossible, so you just leave your answer that way. So these two are our answers. The two are our answers. Again, I must tell you, do not round down, round up, or maybe truncate if the examiner hasn't told you so. You better leave your answer the way it is. It will earn you more marks than truncating your answer. Because you don't know, with examiners or with the people making out the marking sheet, they may round their answer to maybe 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place, or maybe just leave it there. So you never know what the marking sheet or the answer sheet has. So you better leave your answer the way it is from the calculator. So anything else which I can discuss today? I don't think if there is anything else we can discuss today. I don't know. I don't see anything. By the way, I've seen some shortcuts of people trying to solve fractional logs. Remember the fractional logs? And I don't know if because I've tried it with several questions and I'm getting the same answer when I have done it with my procedure. So I don't know if it's right, but you can consult it with your teacher. Let me just show you. For example, the previous question which we had done earlier, that is log 32. This is a shortcut, by the way, but I don't know if it is approved by the teachers. So you better confirm it with your teachers before you use it in the exam. But this is a shortcut I've seen some student recommending or asking me if it is right. Me, I don't know. But its procedure way is bringing the same answer. All over log 32 plus log 2 minus log 27. So this, you will see them having this log 2 power 5 plus log 2 power 7 minus log 3 power 6. Everything is all over log 2 power 5 plus log 2 minus log 3 power 3. Then they are simplifying it as in the numerator 5 log 2 plus 7 log 2 minus 6 log 3. Everything is all over 5 log 2. Then there's one which okay, let me just put it 1 log 2 minus 3 log 3. Then you will see them doing this. They are cancelling. Log 2 cancels log 2. Sorry. Log 2 cancels log 2. This and this. This and this. Then you'll see them adding. 5 plus 7. I don't know if that is right, but 5 plus 7 minus 6. Everything is all over 5 plus 1 minus 3. So 5 plus 7, that is 12, and minus 6, we get 6. All over 5 plus 1 minus 3, they're getting 3. Then taking 6 divided by 3, you will see them having answer as 2. That was not enough. I went ahead and checked for another question, looked for another question, and tried out their way. So I came across this question, log 25 plus log 625 minus log 5. Then they're simplifying it very well. Okay, I'll simplifying this. This is log 5 power 2 plus log 5 power what? Power 4. Everything is all over log 5 power 1, which is that. Now then they're adding the numerator. Adding the numerator, we shall have log 5 power what there? 4 plus 2, that is 6. All over log 5. All over log 5. Log 5 power 1. Then we have 6 log 5 all over 1 log 5. Then this and this cancels. This part I understand is right. We shall have answer 6. But now, I asked one of the students, why are you using this process in solving your question? Then he told me, it was a boys' school, then he told me that, Francis, there's a difference between numbers and logs. Logs and numbers are different. So when it comes to log, we are not applying that numbers. But I told him in the same log we have numbers. So how comes are you still cancelling logs when you are working out in numbers? And furthermore, it's a division thing. Then he just insisted that logs and numbers are different. But you can share it out with your teacher, then you will if the teacher agrees, so then you are good. But that's the shortcut they told me, which for me doesn't work. You better be a mathematician than using shortcut. Shortcut won't lead you to the right way. Thank you for today, and let us meet in our last video on further example or further revision of logs. Thank you for today.